はい、皆さんどうもこんにちは。一粒チャンネルへようこそ。いつもご覧になっていただきどうもありがとうございます。テシです。これからは、外国人の方にインタビューしていきたいと思います。よろしくお願いします。Nice to meet you.
As well.
I'm Tess.
Oh, hi Tess, I'm Tyler.
You're Tyler.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
As well.
So, where are you from, Tyler?
Originally Pennsylvania,
Yes.
back in the United States. Yeah.
And where in Pennsylvania?
Gettysburg, Pennsylvania Dutch. I was born in Reading, which is a little further east of Gettysburg.
That's where Taylor Swift was born.
Oh,
Same
yeah.
hospital.
Yeah.
His mom knows Taylor Swift's dad.
Yeah, they called him not so Swift.
Not so Swift.
Yes.
That's funny. That's
Yeah.
funny. So when did you get here to Japan?
About a
Jet
year.
lag, so just
Yeah, she
yesterday?
was on a long trip.
Oh, you were on a long trip.
Yeah, but we've lived here for about a year.
Did you live in Tokyo?
No, down in Zushi.
Sushi.
Yeah. Zushi is down by Kamakura.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. So did you go there for?
The military.
So you're in the military back?
Yes, stationed in Colorado.
Yes. How is the experience of being a military living in Japan? Like, is it any different from how it was back home?
I can't really talk to anybody.
Oh wow.
It's just an English thing. But different? No, I don't think so. They're pretty comfortable with the military folks here, both Japanese and American.
Do you get to travel?
We do, yeah, all the time. Most recently we were in Nikko, yeah. We've been to Nikko, Karuizawa, Hokkaido. We've been down to Southern Island.
Yeah, Kyushu,
Okinawa.
Kyoto.
We've been all over.
You've been all over. So, and did you find any spot where you would like to ever move to if you had a chance of, picking?
We're happy in Zushi because
Yeah.
it's a beach town. We live a 10-minute walk from the beach. We can walk, we can hike to Kamakura, we can ride our bikes, we can get to Tokyo in an hour.
It's pretty
We like it a
That's
lot.
really nice.
Yeah,
Need to be more about sushi.
You should go.
Yeah,
You
it's
have
like
to
me.
It's like sushi with a Z.
Yeah.
Sushi. Yeah, it's great.
You get to live at the beach, and you also get a seat on the train
It's the
when
first
you're
stop.
going.
Yeah.
What kind of food? Do they have any maybe food like specialty food?
In sushi.
I don't think so,
Do
no.
any specific sushi or sushi?
Well, they have like a lot of like Marlowe's pudding and it's not
Misaki Donuts. is
Misaki
down
donut.
there.
There's all of it. My shoulder
Yeah,
area.
so Misaki is a little town at the bottom of the peninsula down there, little peninsula.
Then the pigeon sable cookies are very well known in Kamakura, so they also have a location.
And walnut children,
Walnut children?
Kuromiko.
kurimiku.
Miko.
Yeah, made by Bania.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
that? Is that like
They're
a-
a little butter biscuit. They're little rectangles and they're filled with caramel and walnuts. You'll be addicted.
Yeah,
Seriously.
that sounds amazing. I'm gonna try out all these spots.
Yeah.
And are you learning Japanese?
She is more
Very
than
little.
me.
No, I really don't.
Yeah.
I just try to do my Duolingo,
Oh,
but
that's nice.
How about you? How's yours?
どうですかね、日本語は。So what are you going to in Tokyo today?
Shopping.
shopping.
You went to Ginza for the shopping from sushi. Do they not have shopping malls?
No, they do. Well, I mean, not many places like Ginza here. We have a Ginza. It's a lot smaller.
We went at bread and
And we went
espresso
to
pods. Kapabashi.
Kapabashi.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Plastic food.
Right.
Yeah, it was fun.
That sounds fun. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Introduce yourselves. Yourself and where you're from.
All right. Yeah.
I'm Thiago. I'm from Brazil.
Yes.
And Mika from
Yeah.
Sweden.
From Sweden, yeah. But we both live in Sweden.
You both live in Sweden. Traveling here in Japan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Why did you choose Japan as your travel?
I came here for work. I'm doing a PhD. So we had a collaboration in Okinawa with the Science and Technology Institute there.
Oh, wonderful.
So we started our trip there, and then Thiago came along.
Oh, it's
Just
wonderful. So
settle.
you're visiting or you're living as well?
No. Yeah, I just came to spend some vacation with them.
So wait, when did you start your?
Oh, it was a very short-term thing. So it was about. I've been here for maybe 3 weeks.
I see.
Yeah. So it was for the first week we had the.
So was it your first time, or both of you, in Okinawa?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how was the experience? I mean, of both of you. They've been there for a while, and for you visiting.
It's a huge cultural shock. Like so many impressions, so many different things happening all the time, and
Yeah, but it was wonderful. We went diving and stuff. It's beautiful. They have the coral reefs, so that was really nice.
Can you give me a few highlights of? You said you live in Sweden,
Yeah.
right? Can you give me a few highlights from Sweden so that we?
and for you is the meat thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. When you don't eat meat, it's a bit tricky here. That's true. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
so tell me, but how is it back in Sweden?
Yeah, it's very accessible. Vegetarian
Yes.
food is very accessible. It was tricky, yeah, for sure. But at least I eat fish, so it's a, I don't know, a pescatarian maybe? Yeah.
So what foods did you try in
It was mostly fish,
Yeah. And they have this,
Ramen?
the soba, right?
soba, yeah. There is the sort of like the sweet dumpling with like beans inside. So that one I thought it was a little bit weird. The octopus dumpling.
Yeah, like the takoyaki.
Takoyaki.
Yeah, that's the one. So
How was
like
that one?
the consistency was a bit weird. The squid, like the raw squid on the sushi, was also a bit weird.
Okinawa is famous for the goyaka. It's like a really bitter vegetable. Like
I don't think we had that.
it looks
No.
like a bitter. It is good for your
Yeah.
health.
Okay. Yeah, no, we didn't try this one, I don't think.
Do you have any other? You said it was a big cultural shock. Do you have any other things that shocked you? Both in Okinawa, yeah.
In Japan overall, the lack of trash bins.
This one is tricky.
Yeah.
But people are super polite. That was also a big change,
Yeah.
actually. People are really, really polite here.
Like,
Making a point. I think in general, people are very polite.
Okinawa, and now are you staying in Tokyo for a while?
We're leaving today, actually.
Yeah, we went from Osaka for a few days and then Kyoto and then Tokyo. And then tomorrow we're flying home, so we're going back to Osaka
Oh, you're back to Osaka.
today. Yeah.
So how was in Okinawa? What activities did you do? You said you did immersions and stuff?
We went
Yeah,
diving.
diving.
Yeah. How was that?
It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And snorkeling as well. Just from the beach, you can just go on. It was really nice.
Very beautiful corals,
Yeah.
diving with sharks and turtles.
Yeah.
It was pretty amazing.
It was, yeah. They also have some, what else did we do? We went to some caves. They have a lot of like limestone caves. And they have a mangrove forest, so we went paddling. Very kayaking, yeah. The mangrove forest. But that felt a bit like a tourist drive.
Was it?
I don't know. I felt like we just went very short and he took a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
And we kind of went by. It was still nice.
Yeah. How was it for you to kind of? I don't know if you had did you have interaction with the other scientists?
Yes, but it was a very international team. They had maybe 50 Japanese, 50% international people. So it was a bit of a mix.
How was
I
that
guess.
experience?
It was really lovely. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, they're very polite and very friendly. So it's very easy to come. Yeah, very clean as well.
Yeah, very clean, yeah.
Everything is very clean here. It's amazing.
How about in Sweden? I expect Sweden to be also very clean, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I guess it is. But
Not as
I
much.
think,
Like we noticed something that was quite interesting because even though there are no trash bins anywhere
Yes.
to be found, there's absolutely no trash on the streets.
Right.
And if you compare it to like Sweden or other places, still like you can find trash bins everywhere, but still there's trash
Somewhere.
somewhere.
And I think also the smoking, so there's a lot of cigarettes.
Yes. Yeah, because here it's not allowed to smoke on the street.
Yeah.
Probably just
Oh, really?
Super nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's super
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. So I mean, it is really nice because, for example, I'm from Italy,
Yeah.
and whenever I walk, you always have the smell of smoke in front of you because there's someone wherever,
Yeah.
maybe 50, 100 meters of smoking. So you're always walking with this smell
Yeah.
of smoke. But here, no. But then the thing is, sometimes you go to some cafes or restaurants, and then smoking is allowed inside.
Yeah.
In a lot of places. So like last night I went to a cafe, and it's like people just smoking inside. So it's I don't know.
Yeah, it was a bit weird. It happened to us also. We went to a restaurant,
Yeah.
and then a guy just pulled out the cigarette and started smoking inside.
And you thought
And
you
it
did
was like-
something illegal.
Yeah, what's happening here?
What about the smell the city? Is it? Could you? I don't know. I guess every city has a bit of their own style in a way. Like Italy smells like smoke and pizza and kind of thing. So, do you have a specific? Does Sweden have a specific smell? What about you?
Not that I noticed.
No,
No.
not really, no.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you.
And enjoy your last day.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Tess. Can you tell me your name?
Your name?
Yelia.
Yelia. Yes. And you?
张典
Yeah. Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice.
And where are you from?
China.
Okay.
China.
Or China? The name?
江蘇っていう
Yes. 日本語
構想省日本語って構想省って言います
放送書。みんな日本語できますか？
いや僕しかできません
すごいすごいお上手。
いやとんでもない
You're a student?
I here in university
You're here at university.
Yeah.
Okay. And you?
我们是
travel
Travel. What places did you go to in Japan? Tokyo?
静岡
静岡?
just go to Mount Fuji
Okay. Oh, did you climb up Mount Fuji? You too? Yes. すごいですね。日本はどうですかって聞いてもらえますか？日本はどうですか？
日本怎么样すごくいいと思います
そのなんか何か中国と比べることができるものがありますか？何か例えばここは匂いがそうだけど、なんか食べ物とか。
有什么能跟日本比较的地方稍微有点不一样的地方
比较注重细节呗。
なんか中国よりより清潔的なそしてポイント細かいところは注意するところとかそういうところ
で逆に火にいらないようなところ、火にいらないようなところはありますか？
反过来有什么觉得不太适应、不太高兴的地方？
不太适应，就是那个可能饮食上还需要适应一下。
なんか食べる方
到处喝冰水。
また違う。
そうお冷やね氷水は中国人にとっちゃどうしても慣れないんで
何になれないんですか？
お冷や
お冷や
氷水
そうなんですか。
中国で普段お茶飲むのはお湯なんだから
そうなんですか。でも普通のお水も飲まないんですか？大体お湯。
そうね、大体中国人じゃ
面白い。
お湯が飲みますね。
我们要想喝的是热饮，到处是喝冰水。
ちょっとなんか熱いもの飲みたいけど、どうしてもそんなこと見つからなくて。
中国では毎日お湯、温かいものだけを飲むんですか？
只喝热水吗？中国基本上只喝热水嘛。
不是，年轻人喜欢冰水。
若い人はよりなんかお冷やの方が好みで、なんかそんな年を取ったのはなんかちょっとやっぱお湯の方が好きかね。
面白い。知らなかったです。ありがとうございます。Thank you so much for joining me today.
You're welcome.
I hope you enjoy your trip.
Thank you.
Thank you.
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。Oh, hi guys, nice to meet you. I'm Tess.
Christina.
Yes, introduce yourselves and tell me where you're from.
I'm Christina.
I'm Bar.
Yes.
We're from Israel.
Yes.
We came here 3 days ago.
Yes.
Super excited. We're just planning to experience the city. Yesterday we went lost.
Got lost.
Yeah, but it was fun. It's kind of fun to get lost in Japan
Yeah. Why is it fun?
because no matter which way you turn, there's a whole world in front of you and a lot of places to see.
So why did you decide to travel to Japan in the first place?
Because he likes
Anime.
Anime?
Yes.
Which ones? Can you mention a few?
One Piece, Naruto.
Yeah.
All the things.
Yes.
Food. The food here is.
I love the food.
You love the food as well, yeah?
Seafood, yeah. It's amazing.
How does it compare to Israel? I mean, can you give me, for the viewers that are also Japanese, can you give me a few highlights your country and also of your lifestyle?
Our country, I mean, here we love our country, but here the people are very polite. I mean, if somebody says walk on this side or not on this side, they'll do so. And in Israel, it's not like that.
It's not quite
No,
defined.
Yes.
I love the rules, even if it's true. Sometimes it's very, I walk here and I feel safe.
Yes.
I feel safe and I feel like everybody's following the rules and it's something very unique to Japan.
But these guys, they are very calm. I
Yeah.
think so. It
How
look
does
like.
that compare to guys or even
Israel
in
is
Israel?
very stressful.
Really?
Loud, and we're screaming, we're shouting, but it's fun sometimes.
Have you been to a Japanese izakaya yet? Japanese bar?
Yeah, we went to last
Yesterday.
night.
And was that not loud?
It was very loud.
Right.
We saw a different side of Japan.
Yeah, right.
And
Yeah.
it's really... זה כאילו ממש, כמו שאמרתי לך, שזה היה ממש כיף לראות כאילו שני צדדים.
It was fun because all of Japan that we saw till last night was really quiet, really very strict,
Yes.
And then we saw the other side. Everybody come to chill after work, after all of the day, and it was extremely fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that because Tokyo is such a big city, every place has its own rules. So I mean, the train is quiet, but then you go to the izakaya and it's super loud. What other plans do you have? So you came to Tokyo 3 days ago, and what have you planned for this trip?
And we're gonna stay for 3 more days. Then we're going to Hakone,
Kone, yes.
and Kyoto, Hiroshima,
Hiroshima,
Osaka.
Magome.
All of this. We're gonna be here 3 weeks.
Oh wow, that's
So I think we're gonna
that's a
explore a lot.
good amount of time.
Yeah,
And do you have any chance of talking to Japanese people yet?
they're very kind. They will always help. Always, no matter if they understand me or not. We're gonna find a way of talking to each other, but they were always helping.
And have you had any difficulty at all with the train system?
No, we thought we were
No.
gonna get lost, but it's
Google
so
Maps
easy. It's so easy that it's
Really?
surprising. Yeah, Google Maps.
It's better than Israel.
Really?
Yes.
And is Israel a very
A lot
good
more
train
better.
system as well? Yeah.
Wow.
A lot more better.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
me today. Okay, nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
I'm Tess. What's your name?
Alex,
Where are you from, Alex?
Sweden.
Sweden.
Yes.
No way. We just had some interviewed a few people from Sweden.
Oh, really?
today
Yeah.
As well. Yeah, so that's cool.
We're everywhere.
Can you give me a few highlights about Sweden?
Oh,
First.
from Sweden.
Yes.
The winter is amazing.
Yes.
The snow, Stockholm, the archipelago, all the islands. Very beautiful nature.
That sounds amazing. I've never been up there, so I'd love to.
Yeah, you should go.
And are you traveling in Japan?
No, just a few days here in Tokyo.
Yes. For travel or work?
No travels.
Travel.
Tourists.
Yes.
Yeah.
And did you choose Japan as your travel destination?
Always bucket list place. Parents live in Shanghai, so just it was nearby. Thought I'd check it off the bucket list.
And you're with friends or family?
Family, mom and dad.
Mom and dad. Was Japan on your bucket list?
It's so different from Europe, where we're from. The food, we're enjoying a lot of the Japanese food. I bet everybody says that.
Yeah, but which ones? Because I mean, you have a lot of fresh fish as well, don't you?
Yeah,
So-
for sure.
So how do you?
But not in the same way. We don't eat it like the Japanese do.
So how is the food here?
Oh, it's so good. Everything is so good. You can't find anything that tastes bad.
What have you tried so far?
Pretty much everything. Ramen, sushi, yakitori. We just had some great tonkatsu. But no, we're trying everything.
That's amazing. So what's your plan for how many days are you going to be staying?
We're leaving tomorrow.
You're leaving tomorrow?
So this is pretty much last day. Been here for 3 days.
So wait, did you come for 3 days all the way from Sweden?
But we
You're
did
going back tomorrow.
we did 4 days in Shanghai as well. So we're doing a little bit
It's
of
like a kind
East
of like
Asia.
a week.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, East
so
Asia.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the short period of time? I mean, it's very intense.
I mean, a week is what I could take off from work.
Okay, what do you do back home, if I may ask?
No, I work in a tech startup.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, was your first time in Japan?
First time in Japan.
Yeah. What impressions did you get?
Besides the food, lived up to expectations. Very, very nice. No, I'm sure I'll come back.
Yeah, you should come back and stay a bit
Absolutely.
longer whenever you get time.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. What food are you having tonight?
We haven't decided. We haven't decided yet. No. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. Okay, I'm sure you will enjoy it.
I'm sure too.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Bye. So nice to meet you. Could you please introduce yourself?
I'm Shannon. I'm from the UK.
Where in the UK? From
The south. Portsmouth.
Portsmouth. Okay. Could you give me first some highlights about the UK?
The university is all great. So I studied in Portsmouth and I now live in Portsmouth. So yeah, the universities are really good. London's metro is so much easier than Tokyo. It's better. But that might just be because it's only day 2 for us. So yeah, I think with the UK you get a lot of difference between countryside, city, beach. You've got a bit of everything. So yeah.
And then great pop culture.
Yeah, pop culture, really big.
What did you study?
Did sports science. Right, backpacking 6 months. Japan's second destination, and we're here for 2 weeks. So yeah, it's literally day 1. Thanks. Yeah, we were here in yesterday, but we didn't really explore. So today's day 1. Well, today we've just walked from the Electric City. We're staying just on the outskirts, just by the Skytree. And then we've come through to Electric City and then down from Electric City into the heart of Tokyo. So a bit of shopping because it's a bit colder. We were in Vietnam before, so it was a lot hotter. So it's nice to get some colder.
Yeah, can you speak Japan on the first
I think the anime is so cool over here, the culture. I'm a massive Pokemon goer when I was younger, so absolutely love Pokemon. So yeah, I think it's just seeing a big cleaner city as well. It's so clean and clear and everyone knows what they're doing and where they're going. And yeah, and my boyfriend Ralph's always wanted to go. So we said, yeah, let's go to Japan. So we're starting in Tokyo, then to Hakone, Kyoto and Osaka. So hopefully we'll see a big chunk of the program.
Any Japanese food so far?
Not yet, because I had a little bit of food poisoning when we left Vietnam, annoyingly. So he's dug straight in. I've had a ramen, but that's about it so far. But that was really good.
What are your expectations on Japan? Yeah,
I think, so in the UK, there's a big representation that Japanese are so nice, and so they're really, really helpful. And to be fair, especially trying to understand the metro system today, they were really, really super helpful. We bought the wrong ticket, they refunded it, and everyone tries. And I tried to learn a little bit of Japanese. I don't like cold food, so I tried to learn how to say, "Can you heat this up, please?" And in all the shops, they understand me, and they're really nice and polite back. So yeah, I think that was.
What Japanese you learned?
I learned "Atatamete kudasai."
Yes.
Please, can you hear this up? Okay, right, so there you go. Let's just start, and then yeah, pretty much that's about it because I really don't like cold food. So,
do you have any cultural shock yet?
No, not at all. No, not at all. I think
the transport.
Yeah, I think it's just obviously Tokyo's quite a big city, and especially with any city in the world, you do get a lot of outside culture within. So obviously this is quite Western, so it is a little bit similar to London. So I think as for the Japanese culture, we'll see it in more the smaller cities. A lot more police over here, which I like. It's quite nice. I'm very clean.
Any final questions since we're approaching the end of the year? Do you think back a little bit this year? How was it? Well, it's too long. How did it go?
Yeah, it was good. I was saving a lot, so I've been working a lot because we're going on this big trip. But coming out here, I feel like it's a big culture change, and it's nice to see different countries. We have done quite a lot of traveling through the year as well, but yeah, I think summing that up, it'd be very wholesome year, especially diving into difficult ones and stuff. So yeah, it's a really good year.
What's one highlight of this whole year?
Mission one, just getting on the flight. I think going out to Vietnam, that was probably was it the highlight?
Yeah,
it was a 24-hour. Over 3 flights.
Yeah.
So yeah, getting on that was rough, but it was a bittersweet experience.
And any New Year's resolutions?
No, let's keep traveling, keep seeing the world. Yeah, saving up the money and going as far as I can go. So.
Okay, hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Tess. Could you please introduce yourselves?
I'm Noemi.
I'm Julio.
Julio, okay. Yeah. And where are you guys originally from? Are you Japanese?
Born and raised, yeah.
Born and raised in Japan.
Yeah.
Amazing. 日本語ってよろしいですか？
大丈夫です。でもかなり喋れないです。
わかりました。
少しだけ。From the U.S.
Okay.
Met in college.
Where in the U.S.?
In Boston, Massachusetts.
In Boston. And where did you meet? Did you meet here in Japan or in Boston? In Boston.
Okay, so were you an exchange student?
Yes, I was studying there. I was doing my undergraduate degree there, and then we met there, and now we're here.
Yeah, well, we live in San Francisco, but we're here visiting her family that lives here.
Yeah. Okay, no way. So you live abroad. Okay. Did you decide to live in San Francisco as opposed to Japan or another place?
Very good question. For me, it was for work. I was living in Japan, forever and ever and ever, and then I got a job here that sent me to San Francisco. And then he went out there for business school, so we decided to stay, but yeah.
We question every day, though, whether we should move here, live here permanently. Yeah, this place is amazing. What a great place to come live, raise a family. So it's a constant topic of conversation.
Okay, so first I want to ask you, can you give me some highlights about San Francisco?
The food and the wine.
Yes.
Very good.
Very good. There's lots of food in San Francisco.
Yeah, we get everything there. Good.
Mexican food.
Very good
Amazing Mexican food, which fortunately Tokyo, that's not strong. A lot of amazing food, but Mexican is not one of them. So far, at least my experience.
Yeah.
What else is great about San Francisco? It's so centrally located. You have Napa Valley just north of San Francisco. You can be snowboarding one day and surfing the next day. It's a pretty unique climate.
Well, I'm stopping the topic for your conversation about whether you should live in San Francisco or maybe move to Japan.
My family's still here, so that's always, very important. A lot of my friends are here as well. Also, I don't know, we've been in San Francisco now for 11 years, so just a change in scenery.
Safety, quality of life. Cost of living, it's expensive, but you actually can find pockets of affordability here. Compared to most U.S. cities, it's like you either have or you don't. And here you can kind of find a way. It's a great place to raise a family as well. It's very baby-friendly and accessible for people with strollers and all that. Yeah, absolutely. Compared to cities in the U.S.,
Yeah.
night and day.
How so? How do you prefer the accessibility for
Kind of like the infrastructure. There's, if you choose to find one, there's elevators everywhere. For the most part, like people will be like kind to women with children. I don't know.
Train,
Yeah.
Every place you see, there's like some place to like change your baby. Now you see a lot of nursing stations everywhere compared to like 10 years ago when I came here. I can't say I ever see one.
Yeah.
I now built right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's pretty accessible.
Yeah, these days they have a lot of these like boxes in the station as well where you can.
Yeah. I've never been in one, but I imagine it's nice.
Hopefully you will not. You never know.
Do you need a hand?
That's very true, yeah. It's also clean too, so you don't have to worry about like what you're gonna run into on the street.
Yeah, this time you're here traveling and like spending on your family. How long are you here for?
I'm gonna be here 2.5 months in total, and then he's gonna be here one.
All of December.
Yeah.
So I'm working remotely now. I work for a U.S. company, and it lets me work remote for a couple weeks a year. And so I'm waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning to try to catch some of the West Coast time in the U.S. But then we have all the afternoon to walk around Ginza and hang out.
Also, do you hang out mostly?
No, we never here.
Yeah.
It's like
Why are you here today?
go to Uniqlo. It's a 20-story Uniqlo.
Do you also make some purchases or just watching?
Oh, we're gonna buy. Sure. We usually buy in bulk. Come back in 2 years, buy in bulk. It's usually how we do it.
That's wonderful. And do you enjoy what you said? San Francisco has amazing Mexican food that you don't get as much here in Japan. But do you enjoy the Japanese food when you're there?
Yeah, for sure. And the prices are a lot cheaper here too compared to the US, so it's been
Especially now.
very nice.
See, now with the exchange rate, I feel like everything's at a discount.
What
Yes.
has had these past
We had
days?
pizza today.
Yeah, we had pizza today.
Amazing Japanese pizzas. Tokyo pizza, so good.
Where was? Do you have a recommendation for a good place?
The best, in my opinion, is Savoy. In Savoy. It's the best.
Savoy.
Yeah, Savoy. But we just went to Pizza Bar on 38th, which is kind of like a fancy pizza place. But it's run by an Italian man. Do you have an Italian accent?
Yeah,
Hey, so careful with the pizza recommendations.
because
Fair enough.
The guy got a whole bunch of awards and everything, so it might be good,
Yeah.
But yeah, we had pizza with Japanese. What else we had?
Got izakaya last night.
Yeah.
Very delicious.
Oh, we had a burger. Henry's Burger and Daybreak Burger. So, prior to your American burgers.
Pretty quintessential American burger act. Really well. Highly recommend. Very, very nice. Tiny. There's like 4 seats, so gotta get lucky, but
But the burger is not tiny. It's very big.
it's a heavy burger, but the space is tiny.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
gotta get it.
It's good that the portions are,
Pretty hefty, especially for an American.
yeah, because like sometimes they can like people that come to abroad and they are not too happy. Yeah, they're like, what is this, an appetizer? Yeah. Yeah. So lastly, how was this year since we're approaching the end of the year? How was it for you?
It was a big year
Yeah.
for us. Yeah, we got married. We went on honeymoon. Thank you. Thank you. It was nice to get away from the pandemic officially after a year and a half. And yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
We're ending the year off with a bang here in Tokyo for a month.
Yeah.
Been good. Yeah, it's been a good year.
Yeah, the weather so far has been good too, so we're happy about that. But yeah, I agree. It was a great year. Very happy the pandemic is behind us that we know of, and happy to be traveling again too. Yeah.
Wonderful. Do you have any New Year's resolutions at all? Or things you're looking forward to for next year?
I haven't thought about that, to be honest, but health is always at the top of my list.
Manage stress.
Yeah.
Manage stress. You know, it's like the constant battle to like not let work and life get to you. So hopefully I could be better next year than I was this year.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I think you're a big group of people. Is that it? Family. So who do we? As I don't have my glasses on to see that far, but
That's 8 of us.
there's
We have mums,
yes,
dad,
yes.
a daughter, son here,
And then
girlfriend of son, and then friend of the red jump.
Oh well, can you please introduce yourselves?
I'm Ali, 17, from Australia.
Oh, Josh, that's me. Yeah.
So we're in Australia.
I am Darius from Australia.
From Australia, and I'm Tessa from Italy. I was born in Australia, just born, and then for a couple of years in Canberra.
We've got a little bit of heritage. We're from Brisbane.
Brisbane.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
My grandpa's Italian.
Yeah. Very Italian.
Very Italian.
Very thick accent.
The surname's Galatola.
So are you traveling to Japan?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we've been here for a whole 3 weeks. We've been here a week and stayed 8. Yeah.
Yes. We started in Osaka, then went to Naito. Did a day trip in Hiroshima and Nara. I went to Tokyo for a little over a week, and then Akiba.
Hakuba if you don't know. Please, so it's not.
Akiba.
Hakuba.
Yeah.
Oh, in Nagano, okay. Is it your first time in Japan?
Yes.
Yeah.
First time traveling overseas.
First time traveling overseas as well. So
Very cool.
Huge.
Japan of the troubles.
We all kind of all of us. We all wanted to go. We like visiting all the shrines and what do you
go?
Like surrounding.
You like guys like sort of Pokemon and stuff as well.
Visited the Pokemon stores and shopping. Yeah, food's so good.
Food is awesome. 7-Eleven.
What food have you had so far in this? How many weeks? 1 week?
One of big weeks, yeah, what ramen?
There's some different rice dishes. Sometimes I don't even know what I picked, but it's been good.
Yeah.
And anything that you have not tried yet?
We want to try sushi and sashimi. Yeah, but I can't find any good places.
Really?
Yeah.
And you guys must hear in Japanese at school in Australia.
I did, but I'm not that good at it.
Yeah, I did about 34 years ago.
Yes. Can you remember any?
A little bit. Probably not enough.
I know, Sumi was saying like sorry and excuse me, arigato gozaimasu, konnichiwa.
Wakarimasen.
Wakarimasen.
Yeah, a lot. Use that a lot.
Use that a lot. Do people talk to you in Japanese?
Yes, but it's kind of, I think it's kind of easy to understand what they're talking about, because usually they will like show you or like show actions, so it's kind of pretty easy to understand. I know it.
What about you? Speak Japanese as well?
Yeah, didn't take any real ability.
Yeah, so it's like easy to understand, but we can't speak that.
But what were your expectations before coming to Japan?
Well, I thought it was going to be amazing. It has.
And full on, as in obviously lots of people and when we were in Osaka, it blew us away how many people were around at night time shopping. It was just, wow.
And crazy, and the tram was insane. We were all like really tightly packed, pushing in. I was gonna say, I was expecting to get around, just gonna be a little harder, but we figured out all the trains pretty easily.
Well. Yeah, Josh has been amazing.
Very smart.
So you've been the guide, the official guide.
We kind of told him where we wanted to go, and then he's gone right. So it's just a big man.
How is Japan so far compared to Australia? I mean,
Honestly, I love it.
So much cheaper.
So much cheaper.
It's colder.
People are so much nicer.
Yeah, the people are totally different.
Oh yeah.
I love
A lot of crowds though, which is like.
yeah, so you say much cheaper. How are the prices? Like, I mean,
Well, okay, so if you go to 7-Eleven, it's in Australia, it's like $5 to get like a drink. Like, Like here, it's like $1.80 for a Fanta or Coca-Cola. It's just so cool.
Or one meal for dinner here is $10 to $12, and we pay $25-$30. No, it's good value.
It's very fun.
yeah, especially if you travel as a big group. So what other things are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to snowboarding. That's going to
Yeah. Skiing, I think, is pretty easy. Snowboarding might be pretty hard.
He's a surfer, so he'll probably kill it.
You're a surfer,
We'll see though. I think it is a bit different. We'll see.
So just one last question, since we're approaching the end of the year,
Yeah.
right? How about this year for you, for family, for
just in general, pretty shit. But this has been a great
end to the year.
It's been eventful.
It's been eventful.
very
Lots of tough things. There's been a few tough things that have happened to the boys that we've had to overcome. Yeah, but in the end, we've got there.
I mean, I graduated. It's pretty flashy, but it's good.
So you had Japan to wrap up this year.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. Did you have any New Year resolutions or stuff you're looking forward? That for the snowboarding?
Probably lose all the weight I've picked up eating.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Kevin. I'm from Switzerland. I'm traveling now for a month and a half in Japan. And for my own pleasure to discover the country, because I grew up with anime, manga.
First of all, could you please tell me something about Switzerland, your country? Like, give me a few highlights.
Highlights?
Switzerland. You come from the French-speaking.
Yes, exactly. So about Switzerland, beautiful country, beautiful. How can I say that? I don't know, like just it's really rich people, and you got restaurants.
Do you mean rich as in culturally, or
yes, also rich people. Yeah. It's a beautiful country with a lot of different landscape, lake, mountains, flats. You got everything in a small place.
Did you work back in Switzerland before starting traveling, or
Yes.
were you a student?
Yeah, I was working. I was working as an engineering designer.
Yes.
And I used to draw watches.
Nice.
And also helmet and mask for pilots.
What drew you to Japan?
Good question. I think just the food first of all, but also in terms of anime. I love One Piece. I'm a big fan of One Piece, and I'm here. I really enjoy like every part of Tokyo for now. I went to Mount Fuji 2 weeks ago, and I think about going to Osaka, Kyoto. So I still got time. So yeah.
So what about Japan? Surprised you both in positive or negative terms so far?
In positive terms, like the respect of people, everything is clean, everything is, that's just so different from where I come from. You see some stuff that you would never see probably somewhere else, but such as just be on the line. All those lines you can see around the city and everything, you will never see that in Switzerland.
You mentioned cleanliness, and Switzerland is one of the cleanest countries out of the whole of Europe. So how does that compare to Japan?
There's a lot of people who don't respect the rules in Switzerland. So you saw a lot of trash on the floor or cigarettes, stuff like that I'd never seen it so much here. I didn't pay attention so much, but from what I saw, it was like much cleaner than Switzerland.
You had any interactions with the Japanese people as well?
Not so much actually. Like the most I have here is with people who work as a cashier or something like that. So it's like a couple words we exchange, but it's just, arigato gozaimasu, ohayo gozaimasu. So it's not so much actually. But, I went to a gym this morning and I tried to figure out how to explain myself. And we found out that we don't understand each other, but we always find a way. And that's what I like because they also try a lot.
Okay, so you said you're now going to a Japanese gym. Are you also a footballer or something like that?
Basketball player.
Oh, sorry, basketball player. I read something about sports. I wasn't
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Okay, so you're a basketball player.
Yes.
Like from
Switzerland.
Swiss team,
Yeah.
national team? Or
No. Just for fun.
Okay, and are you practicing here in Japan as well?
No, I didn't try. I didn't bring my shoes, so I don't want to, be injured or something.
Should be pretty safe.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. So another thing I want to ask you, since we are approaching the end of the year, this year
Yes.
almost, I'm doing a wrap up on how was this, can you evaluate this year for you?
I got a pretty good year, because the thing is, back in March, I had this letter from the car company that said that you would take your driver license away for 4 months. And I was like, because I did a crash. But that was not a big one, but it was just a crash that took me for 4 months my driver license. But then that was the opportunity to travel around the world. So that was the biggest news I had, actually. Yeah.
Great that you could turn that into something
Exactly.
positive, right?
Yeah.
And do you have any New Year's resolutions?
No, for me it's like every day is a new day, so we just go like that. It's not on waiting on the end of the year for that.
That's a good answer.
Thank you. I don't know.
So another question I forgot to ask in the Japanese part. You know how now Japan has a low, the yen is low,
Yeah.
the currency. Is that for you, coming from Switzerland, is Japan too cheap?
Depends on what, but a lot of stuff I bought was really cheap if we compare to Switzerland. So yeah, that was a good transaction actually.
What did you buy? What kind of stuff did you like?
My shoes.
What brand is that? Nike.
Yes, and it was in Swiss franc it was 60, and in Switzerland if you buy the same model, it's 150. So it was a good
Sure.
deal.
Yeah, remember in Switzerland going to the supermarket and you buy a salad and a few tomatoes and that's already 60 francs.
That's true.
Okay, anything for any other purchases that you made?
I had gift of course for my family, friends, and that was also cheap. Yeah, I can say it.
That's great. This is Junsa, the place where people come for shopping. Have you been here before?
Yes, I came here. Actually, that's the place I didn't like about Tokyo, but that's personal, I'm not that into fashion and everything, so it was out of my world, I'm gonna say. So yeah, that's fine.
Okay, thank you anyway for coming here to help me out because you're going to be helping me with the cameraman next. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Tess, could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah.
What's your name? Where are you
My
from?
name is Lesia. I'm from St. Petersburg. It's in Russia.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
I just came to Japan with my tour and travel agency in Russia. Yes, I came here with my tourists just for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And now it's my last day in Japan and try to do some photo set.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great.
Thank you.
So I've heard really that St. Petersburg is a really nice city.
Thank you so much.
Could you give me some highlights about Russia? Tell me something about Russia, the place you come from.
About some culture?
About some culture or your lifestyle as well.
I don't know, Moscow and St. Petersburg, it's really different cities in Russia.
Yes.
In Moscow, it's a modern, a lot of people, 30 million people. St. Petersburg, it's small, it's lazy, but some museum, culture, something like this.
Yeah. And is it different from Japan?
Oh, it's really different because Japan, it's crazy,
What about it?
What about Japan? It's my first time in Japan. It's incredible, culture, people. This one.
Which one? The
buildings. Yes. People in Japan, it's really nice and really cute. I like this. I like this culture.
So what did you do in Japan?
I'm working.
Yes.
I'm working with. I have my own travel agency.
Strong point of your tour. What do you show? What do you want to show people about Japan?
I show several cities. It's Kyoto, it's Tokyo, it's favorite city about culture, modern Tokyo and old Kyoto, it's different.
Yes.
Some, I don't know, this building, some museum like Team Lab, if you know,
Yes.
this is famous museum, yeah.
Was there anything that surprised you about Japanese culture or the experiences?
Yes. I listened about this before, but now I'm shocked. It's really nice. It's really nice people. Now it's nice weather because in Russia it's really cold now.
Is it?
Yeah, it's really cold. We have a winter with a lot of snow.
Yes.
Here it's just
I see. We're very well. I'm kind of in my pullover and I have a winter jacket. But, okay. So lastly, I'd also like to ask you, since we are in December and as you say in Russia it's already very cold.
Yeah.
How was your year? This 2023. How was it for you? Did you have a good year, bad year, or something in between? If you can tell us.
Yeah, my life has changed. Before I was not so popular like this because I'm first maybe famous people in Russia who do tour here.
You're the first
yeah.
one. Yes.
Yeah. It's like really first time, and I have some video in my Instagram, and it was 2.5 million show followers.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know why it happened.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe because for many Russian people, Japan, it was a dream.
Yes.
Yeah, it's changed. This is here. It was hard.
Was it hard, but a big change for you?
Yes.
Do you have any New Year's resolutions, wishes for next year?
Wishes? I want to do a lot of tours in Japan. I want to do a lot of tours in Korea, like Seoul, and open different countries with my tourists.
Yes. How many people do you have on your tour?
It's different. Depends. Like 10, 20, sometimes 12, like this.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. Do you have any follow-up questions for her? That's right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Enjoy your lassi. I'm Tess. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Manus. I'm actually from Australia. Me and my wife, we moved here approximately like a year and a half ago.
Yes.
So she's a lawyer.
Does your name have a meaning that you know of?
Manus. Well, I hope it doesn't sound like my anus, which is what it sounds like, and it also gets confused with minus. No, I think my name, the Indian origins, has something to do with like human and intellect, but I don't know, it does not mix with me very well.
Do you speak Japanese?
Yeah, not really. I have very survivalist kind of skills, like, I'm comfortable ordering something, asking for basic directions, but I would not go as far as saying I speak Japanese. Definitely don't have any N qualifications, so yeah.
ちょっと日本語少しだけ聞きますけれども、日本での生活はどうですか？生活、ライフスタイルはどうですか？楽しいとか大変とか。
楽しい。What would I say? Yeah, I love Japanese lifestyle. The Japanese lifestyle is very cool. I think coming from a Western background, there's a lot of differences. And there's always going to be some things that are better and some things that are worse, and I can definitely see that, and I can look at that pretty clearly. But you can't. I think that the pros here, there's some really amazing things here. The way that people work, the way that people interact with other people, and don't kind of get in your face. But at the same time, the lack of that can sometimes mean, as a foreigner who's here, it's a bit difficult to make those human interactions with random people, which I kind of like. I mean, you guys came and said, "Can I have a speak?" I was like, English people, let's go now. And my wife, she came in for a 2-year contract, and realistically, we love Japan, but we know we won't be here longer than 2 years. It's been amazing, but I personally would find it quite difficult to live here longer than that.
So is there any differences in having a relationship with your wife back in Australia and in Japan?
So I don't think it's specific to Japan. It's the fact that when you have a relationship and you leave home, home is where your family is, your friends, stuff that you're used to. And by moving to Japan, we kind of just separated all of that. And we were like newly married, and in a way it's beautiful. Like you're not caught up with the stuff at home that's the silly small talk, you know. It's like we got to focus on ourselves here alone. But that, again, that comes with the downside of like sometimes I do miss just that random stupid family hang, you know what I mean? So, you know, there's a little bit of a balance, but overall for our relationship, I think it's been absolutely fantastic.
Do you still go on dates in Japan?
Of course, yeah, all the time.
What's your favorite date spot here in Japan?
Oh, favorite date spot? Oh, I think it really depends. I mean, I think Japan is so large. Even living here for a year and a half, there is no way you can get anywhere close to seeing all of it. Yeah. And there's always opportunities to eat somewhere new or just go to a park. We love going on hikes. But yeah, I think this is a mega city. Like, you know, Australia's population is the same as all of Tokyo.
Yeah.
And for me, that's just like, I'm not from a small city in Australia. That's already crazy. There's an unlimited number of things to do. If I ate at a new place every day, I wouldn't even clear a suburb. You know what I mean? So the price of food like that is completely affordable. Eating out is something that in my country, in Australia, it's a lot more expensive. You know? But yeah, I like it here. I like the style. Those are things that I will definitely miss leaving here. You know?
ありがとうございます。わかりました。どうもありがとうございます。お友達がもう亡くなっちゃってるかもしれないので、ちょっと気をつけてください。Nice to meet you. I'm Tess. Could you please introduce yourself?
I'm Zanshel from Houston, Texas.
From Houston, Texas.
Yes.
Okay, I've been wanting to go to Texas. I have a friend living in Dallas, but I haven't been able to visit yet.
You should come.
Yeah. Can you give me some highlights on the place you come from, Houston, Texas?
Houston is a melting pot. It's very, very diverse, but it's a great for partying. If you're a big foodie person, the food in Houston is just remarkable, seriously. And also, too, a lot of shopping.
Wonderful.
A lot of shopping, and Galveston is not too far. You can get away, get you a little beach time, water aromatherapy. But yeah, Houston is very nice.
Oh, that sounds so good. How is the Japanese food, if you had any in Houston and then you tried it here in Japan, how does it compare?
Hands down, it does not compare at all. Just because the food here is a lot different from all the added preservatives that we have over there that's banned over here. The food tastes a lot better here.
Yeah. What foods have you tried here in Japan?
I tried different types of meats, just depending on where we went. We had some seafood, ramen. We went to a steakhouse last night, BOT Steakhouse. It was really good, very high class and fancy.
Yeah.
But pretty much a lot of hand food. You just kind of stop at little markets and you grab something just to try. So even like, I would say like the Quickie Marts, like the 7-Eleven, Larson, try some of their foods too. So yeah.
Yeah. How have you liked or disliked Japanese culture or different aspects of Japanese culture?
Positive. I'm not gonna lie. I never tried a bidet. Is it bidet? Bidet?
Bidet? You have not tried it? Have you tried?
I tried it.
Oh, you tried it here for the first time?
I tried it here. I'm in love. I want one in my next house. It's like mandatory.
It's okay. Can you just explain briefly how do you do it back at home in Houston?
We just use regular toilet paper or wet wipes, or right after you finish, you jump in the shower if you're at home.
So what if you're like on your period?
That I do not know. I mean, you just freshen up with wet wipes.
Okay, I see. And so how was it to try the bidet for the first time in Japan?
I pushed the button. I did watch the regular one where it says shower, just the regular. I pressed the regular one, and I was like, oh, it's not going to turn off. I didn't know I was control of how long that the water ran. So
you gotta like wash forever.
Okay, yeah. So
what?
Yeah.
So are you going to introduce it to your house?
Yeah. I need one. In my next house when I move, I need one. It's a must.
Anything else?
So something dislike, but it's not on the Japanese culture. It's just me coming in not knowing so much. Like, we just drove all the way. We chose a hotel by the airport. We drove all the way over here for anime, but the particular anime I'm looking for my brother-in-law is not in this city, and we drove like 40-something minutes just to get here.
No, wait, what's the anime you were looking for?
JoJo Adventures. Yeah, like I said, I'm not mad at the culture. I'm just mad at myself for not being educated.
No, but I mean, okay, for anime, you need to, if you haven't been yet, you need to go to Akihabara.
Okay, nice. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for interviewing me. Have a good one.
Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you. Nice to meet you. I'm Tess. Could you please introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Celine. I'm 21 years old. I'm Turkish. I study in Germany, but I'm doing an exchange semester in Hong Kong. And I'm here for tourism. I was born in Israel. My brother was born in Korea. Because my dad is a diplomat, and because like he was moving a lot, so they ended up living in different places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like, well, my parents are not diplomats, but being both teachers, they also had this thing of like working abroad in many places. So I was born in Australia, but my older brother was born in Colombia. So it's also kind of similar. It's like we're born in like random places, but we're all brought up in Italy.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to explain to people, especially in Japanese, because we don't have an expression to say only like brought up. So normally people will say umare sodachi, which means born and raised. And I'm like, no, I'm not like born.
Yeah.
I'm born somewhere else.
Same.
Raised.
Oh my god, same. Yeah, I feel you. So then people ask me, where are you from? It's like, I don't know.
But now you're doing an exchange thing in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
How so? How come?
So I applied for study abroad, and initially I applied for Japan and for Korea. And also like for China, just as like backup, because like I always grew up with anime and like loved like K-pop and everything. But then I didn't get in. I don't know. And so I got Hong Kong, and I was like, should I do it? Should I not do it? It was a bit weird, but then I decided to do it just to go for it, and now I love it. I went to Korea 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
It was so cold.
Cold.
Very, very cold. Like it was, I think the coldest that I experienced was -2 degrees, and in Hong Kong it was 27 degrees, so it was like a huge drop. But I think here it's really nice, and I'd love to live here. You're so lucky.
How are you finding it? How are you finding Japan?
I feel like Japanese people are quite shy, and but they are very, very helpful. So they're trying to help you, and like if there's a problem, they really go out of their way to like find some translator or find someone who speaks English, or even just trying to communicate with Japanese, like doing like gestures and everything. It's really cute. I love that about it. One thing I don't like is like, oh god, the trash cans. There's like so much to do here. It's so pretty, so vibrant, and people dress really well.
You're like very fashionable as well.
Thank you. I just got this jacket.
Just here in Harajuku?
No way. Oh, I got it in Shibuya.
In Shibuya. Nice. Yeah, I agree. People are like really fashionable, don't you think? You think so?
Yeah, like so even comparing to Korea, I thought Korean people are fashionable, but they all only have like one ideal, and so they all kind of dress similar. But then when you come to Japan or to Tokyo, it's like people all have their own like very unique styles, and I love that. In Germany, for example, after 6 p.m. everything is dead. The whole city is dead. Everything is closed. You can only go home and sit, and then here you can like go to an arcade, go to karaoke. To Kyoto, and there I was like, oh, temples and everything, nature. And then I came here and I was like, oh, I want to do shopping and nightlife.
How was the nightlife in Tokyo?
Oh, one thing that I hate here.
Yes.
It was so weird. I never realized. What do you mean there's no night bus? Yeah, I didn't know this. So I think it's my first time experiencing this, and I was like, in Tokyo, it's so big here. How do they not have it?
Yeah. So I have these headphones that I don't know if they have Turkey. I want to try speak a different language with you. There's Turkish on the left. Hello.
Evet, duyuyorum. Evet, Türkçe duyuyorum.
Can you please show me the first photo that you took in Japan?
Evet, tabii ki de gösterebilirim ama biraz bakmam lazım çünkü çok fazla fotoğraf çektim. Bir saniye. İlk fotoğraf hostelime girerken camda yazılı olan mesajdı.
As you entered what?
Hostelin kapısında.
Oh, the door of the hostel. Why did you take this photo? You actually see it here as well.
Bu fotoğrafı çektim çünkü üzerinde Wi-Fi'nin passwordu vardı. Hem onun için hem de burada hani başka ne yazıyordu? Galiba Wi-Fi için çekmişim. Bir de e-mail adresleri yazıyor üzerinde.
And then what was that? An onigiri.
İkinci çektiğim fotoğrafta karnım acıkmıştı. O yüzden kombiniye gidip kendime onigiri aldım.
What's your favorite Turkish word?
Pişmaniye.
Cotton candy.
Yeah, it's a Turkish kind of cotton candy.
あれ、さっきはトルコ人と会話できたのは何だったんですかって思ってるかもしれないんですけれども、それは今回は WT2 エッジ っていう携帯用 Bluetooth ヘッドセットの形をしたイヤホン翻訳機を使ったことのおかげです。それは何かっていうと、世界初双方向同時翻訳が可能な翻訳機。指向性ノイズ低減技術もあって、実は40言語と93アクセントを対応可能なんですね。自社開発のタイムケトルっていうアプリを使って簡単に接続して使用するんですね。で、そしてね、使うときは利用者に応じた複数の翻訳モードが選択可能となってますので、本当に便利です。
English. Hello. Okay, nice to meet you.
Hey, bonjour.
Can you please introduce yourself and tell me where you're from?
Oui, je m'appelle Milo et je suis de Paris et je suis en voyage à Tokyo.
You're a traveler in Tokyo, and how is Japanese culture for you? What do you think is the essence of Japan?
Le Japon pour moi est un pays très particulier parce qu'il y a en 70 ans ce qu'a fait le Japon est complètement unique, contrairement à beaucoup d'autres pays dans le monde. Je pense même que c'est le pays qui s'en est le mieux sorti après la guerre. Ils ont perdu et ils ont décidé de se mettre à la hauteur des pays européens et je trouve ça vraiment très fascinant. J'aime les pays qui font tout pour s'en sortir. Malgré les tremblements de terre, malgré la pression, malgré le stress, malgré les suicides. Et moi, c'est vraiment quelque chose qui me fascine. C'est un peuple unique au monde.
Do you also have a picture to show me the first photo that you took in Japan?
Oui, c'est facile. C'était à l'aéroport en fait. Parce que quand je suis arrivé à l'aéroport, il était 1h du matin. Donc j'ai fait un lit avec mes habits. Et j'ai dormi à l'aéroport de Tokyo pour sauver une nuit d'hôtel parce qu'il n'y avait plus de métro en fait. Donc voilà. Sur le siège. J'étais très content et très excité parce que je venais d'arriver au Japon. Je voudrais dire que je cherche une femme japonaise pour faire fonder une famille. Donc si quelqu'un est intéressé, je suis disponible.
So let me hear. Oh, I understood.
Voilà.
I'm Tess. Could you please introduce yourself?
All right, I'm Robert from Australia.
From Australia. Where in Australia are you from?
Brisbane.
Brisbane, wonderful.
Yeah.
We just had someone from Perth in our previous interview. Why did you choose Japan as your travel destination?
It's always been on the list. Like I did Japanese at high school and loved it, so I thought I have to come here one day and this is the day.
Right, I know in Brisbane it's a mandatory subject at school, isn't it, Japanese?
Not in all schools, but every school has to offer a language and there's a lot of schools offering Japanese, so yeah, a lot of kids do Japanese.
So do you still remember any Japanese from your school days?
Konnichiwa and arigatou gozaimasu. I have a lot of good memories of it, I think, because if you do Japanese in 11 and 12, years 11 and 12, it gets really hard and really complicated, so a lot of kids drop it.
Yeah.
So I've just got memories of like all the cultural stuff and just having fun in class, like eating sushi in class, but just can't remember much of the language, unfortunately.
You were eating sushi in class?
Yeah, because I think it's quite hard to teach 12-year-olds Japanese. A lot of the teachers just offer us like sushi lessons and learning all about the different like cities. So it's more about the cultural stuff of Japan and less about, I'd say, the actual language to a certain degree.
Do you think that helped you get more interested in Japan and want to come here?
Yeah, definitely. So it's always been like, I guess, a culture or a country that's been sort of present in my life. I had friends who were half Japanese as well, and that sort of just created the idea that, yeah, this country exists. It's amazing. I have to go visit one day.
Okay, and how is it? So you came here for the first time?
Yeah.
Or How are you finding it?
It's lovely, a very beautiful country. It's definitely a country of contrast as well. You've got this incredibly sort of sophisticated, minimalist type sort of culture, very sophisticated, and at the same time this the most garish, very sort of bright, in-your-face culture as well, and the two sort of coexist in a very interesting way. So
it can be literally within the same neighborhood where you have skyscrapers and then like tiny izakayas. Have you been to some of the Japanese bars where people drink very small ones?
Yeah. At the same time, people seem so inaccessible, but at the same time, you see those bars where everybody's sort of included. It's very inclusive. So yeah, it's very much a country of contrast. I wish I could speak Japanese. I feel like there's like a whole level to this country that you can only access if you speak Japanese. So yeah, learn a bit of Japanese before I come back. That was definitely.
I want to show me the first photo that you took when you arrived in Japan, if you have it.
Yeah, it was a picture of my girlfriend, I think, having breakfast at the hotel. Tokyo at the hotel, yeah.
Yeah. ありがとうございます。Could you please introduce yourselves?
Muzamel.
Muzamel,
Yes.
nice to meet you.
I'm Huda.
Huda, nice to meet you.
I'm Senna.
Senna, nice to meet you. Could you also please tell me, do you live in Japan or are you traveling, and where from?
All three of us live in London. We're traveling.
Do your names have a meaning that you know of?
Yes.
Yes.
Mine means wrapped in a blanket.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, wrapped in a blanket.
Yeah.
That's nice. What about you?
Means guidance.
Guidance.
I thought that's what mine meant. Oh, I think mine means light.
Light.
Yeah.
Light.
Sisters. So we
Your
live
I was gonna say your sisters, friends.
Yeah, they're sisters. We're friends.
And your friends. How did you meet?
University.
So your first time traveling in Japan?
Fifth.
Fourth
for me.
Fourth for you?
second time for me. Yeah.
So, how come you're coming to Japan so many times? What got you interested? Yeah.
I just love Japan, yeah. Yeah, it's really fun. It's one of the best countries to go to that we've been to anyway.
This is basically my first time, so it just seemed cool. Yeah.
So, are there any aspects of the Japanese culture that have surprised you, both the first time that you came, but also now coming back after 3, 4, 5 times?
Just like how polite everybody is. A huge contrast from London, I think, the way people act and how safe it seems when you're just walking around, and how, people's mannerisms are really different.
Has there been anything surprising for you since it's almost your first time?
Just the fact that there's no bins anywhere.
You did some shopping in Harajuku today?
Yes.
Yeah, what did you find?
We found jackets, like fluffy jackets.
Yes.
Some socks. Chopsticks.
Would you evaluate, looking back at this past year, how was it for you? Was it a good year, bad year?
I think it was a really good year. Yeah, but a good year. Did a lot. It was a good year.
In which ways?
I think just so at the start of the year we were at uni. Now we're not at uni anymore, and we also we came to Japan in February for a month. So it was very fun. That's the main reason coming to Japan for a month.
Do you speak some Japanese as well?
No, we've tried to learn it, but we don't speak Japanese. Yeah, we speak some.
そうですか。すごい。ぜひぜひ日本語でも話したかったです。素晴らしい。ちょっと日本語でいいですか？一つ聞きたいのは、日本で今回撮った写真を見せてもらってもいいでしょうか？写真。写真 is a photo. Do you have any photo that you could show me that you took this time in Japan? The first one that you took.
This one. かわいいね。
かわいいね。すごい。Where is that?
Shibuya Sky.
Oh, the Shibuya Sky. ありがとうございます。じゃあぜひ日本での最後の日々を楽しんでください。はじめまして。はじめまして。ありがとうございます。Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm Tess. Could you please introduce yourselves? Your name, where you're from?
Il tuo nome?
Camilla.
Where are you from?
Non so cosa significa.
Italy. Da dove vieni?
Italy.
Da dove in Italia? Di dove sei? Di dove siete?
Brescia.
Di Brescia, ok. Come vi chiamate? Elisa. Elisa?
Ludovico.
Ludovico. È la prima volta che venite in Giappone?
Yeah.
Sì.
Right.
First time. First time, wonderful. Parlo in italiano o in inglese?
No,
Io sono anche italiana. Meglio in inglese? Ok, wonderful. So why did you pick Japan as your travel destination? Perché volevate venire in Giappone?
Actually, we just got married in Thailand, and then we started to make a tour around. Considering that we all were already on the east part of the world, we decided to pick up Tokyo, actually, and then we will move to Australia and go back to Italy.
Oh, that's wonderful. So why did you decide to get married in Thailand? And congratulations first on getting married.
Thank you so much. Basically because we have already been there before, and it was an occasion to do a tour with our family. And that's the reason why, actually.
That's wonderful. So did all your family some of your family come over from Italy to Thailand?
Yeah. All the family were there with
Oh, wow. How was the wedding? Come è stata la festa del matrimonio?
Bella.
Bella?
Sì.
Cosa ti è piaciuto?
Quando hanno fatto il discorso.
Oh, le promesse. Oh, that's cute. And so then you came in Japan how long ago now?
Just 5 days in Tokyo.
Just 5 days.
Yesterday. We arrived yesterday.
You arrived just yesterday. So what's your...
But we are ready to come back again.
Why?
But
for,
it's
a,
nice.
for a big tour of Japan. Now it's just
tiny spot,
Yeah.
not only Tokyo, because even Tokyo, every neighborhood you could visit for
a week.
I've been living in Japan for 2 years and still I know nothing.
No, it's amazing, really. A lot of things to see. We believe it, actually.
About Japan has impressed you so far, both in positive or negative ways?
I love Japanese food. It's very, very good.
What about Japanese food? Which foods have you tried so far?
We have just tried the, I don't know.
Tonkatsu.
Tonkatsu?
Yeah.
Ramen yesterday.
Ramen yesterday and...
we probably go for sushi tonight. So we're trying to cover everything. Tomorrow maybe teppanyaki.
Teppanyaki, that's quite fancy.
Yeah,
it's really good though.
Yeah.
Mangia pure? Ti piace il cibo giapponese finora?
Sì.
È un po' lunga la coda però.
A volte sì, eh.
Sì.
Poi ai giapponesi piace molto stare in fila. People
esatto.
love queuing.
Un'ora e mezza di coda.
Anything else besides the food that has impressed you?
Beh, they are very gentle, they are very, let me say, calm in their attitude and everything from what we saw actually, yeah? But it is something that we like actually, being very patient, very calm.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it's not so chaotic like Italy. I would
Oh
say.
no, and Tokyo, imagine it's the busiest city in the world, 37 million people.
Wow. Incredible.
In Italy, in a small town, we have issues getting on the bus. So, that's wonderful. Can I ask you, could you please show me the first photo that you took in Japan? If you have it on your phone. Oh.
Which is...
What is it and why did you take that photo?
Because I think that you must have very, very big feet in order to need those kind of shoes.
You know what these are called in Japanese? They're called geta.
Geta?
So they're the traditional wooden clogs, I think they're called in English, for when you wear kimono or yukata, mostly kimono, or also in like traditional Japanese houses, when you go to there's an inside garden, because you're like barefoot at home, you would change into the clogs. But it's funny that they have it at the, what is it?
I think it's a store selling only those.
Let's see.
Yeah.
So we will need some.
Did you buy any geta?
No, not yet.
Esta. And what photo did you take of some ramen?
Yeah, yesterday night we ate the first ramen in Tokyo.
And how was that?
Wonderful.
That's great.
Love it.
Arigatou gozaimasu. That's wonderful. 日本を楽しんでください. I hope you enjoy the rest of your trip.
Thank you so
and
much.
Please come back. There's an area called Kappabashi, which has a lot of kitchen items, a knife gallery, like Japanese knives gallery. It's called Kappabashi, and a lot of, you know, when you go to Japanese restaurants and you see they have the samples of the food, you see the food outside. So in Kappabashi they also make them. You can, in some places you can also make your own sample.
This is incredible, because we were talking about this this morning, because you always want to know what you will get.
Yes.
So they show you in advance.
It's really good. You know what you're gonna get. Nice to meet you guys. Love your glasses.
Thank you.
Are they actual sunglasses?
Yeah, they're sunglasses.
Wonderful. So I'm Tess. Can you please introduce yourselves?
My name is Amara. I'm traveling from Melbourne with my friend Jagdeep.
Again, Amara?
Amara.
Okay, my mom is Tamara.
Oh, wow.
Like
Just get rid of the T.
With the T.
I'm Lucas from Germany. I just met these guys on the plane yesterday.
Hey, were you sitting next to each other? Or how?
We were on the plane. I was sleeping most of the flight there, but...
So you were were you in Australia? No. Where were you flying from?
From Cambodia.
Oh, you were all traveling in Cambodia?
No, so we were traveling from Melbourne, and then we had a layover in China.
I see.
And he got on from China.
From Melbourne.
Melbourne,
Okay,
yeah.
wonderful. And you're in Germany, where?
Close to Berlin.
Could you give me some highlights, first about Australia and then about Germany?
Yeah, I think
to be honest, loving the vibe of Japan. Just people are really friendly and very, accommodating with anything. But yeah, English is a bit of a struggle, I think, and I'm vegetarian, so I'm really struggling with the food aspect of things. But
So hold on a sec. So can you first go with the Australian? Something about Australia.
Something about Melbourne. Well, we're the hub of international food, I guess.
Yes.
And lots of tourists come to Melbourne for lots of different reasons. But yeah, we've got a lot to offer. Great coffee culture. Mostly friendly people. Very multicultural. I agree.
A lot of nature, a lot of greenery, a lot of beaches. And yeah, everyone's nice.
About some highlights from Germany.
Highlights in Germany?
Highlights.
I don't know. You have nice people, multicultural too, I guess, yeah.
So why did you pick Japan as one of your travel destinations this year?
I just decided that week coming.
Really? Why?
Why not? I always wanted to visit Japan. I'm big on anime and all of that, so I like the language. Hajimashite.
Japanese at all.
No, why did you pick Japan?
It's different, like culturally different. So we wanted to experience something different to Australia and like the Western countries.
Different culture. I just heard,
Good
lots
things
of good
about
things
it
about
always.
Japan and Japanese people. So wanted to come and experience that for ourselves.
So how has your first impact?
Being vegetarian is tough, but other than
Me
that,
personally, I love food. I had ramen yesterday and I really like that. Want to have sushi today. I don't know where, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay, so you're loving
Yeah.
the first impact.
Yeah,
and
really good.
impressions of Japan.
Really good. The people are very welcoming. They're very nice. They're very accommodating. They want to help you. And yeah, it's just a really good vibe. Very friendly. Very fun environment to be in.
How do you find the prices?
The food is kind of cheap. The transportation is cheap too, so I'm happy about that. Yeah.
like we're finding it's quite similar to Melbourne. We were saying with
Melbourne.
food,
Yeah. Definitely not cheaper.
Yeah.
If anything.
Plans. So after Tokyo, are you going to be traveling to other places as well?
Yeah. So I'm heading to the UK. So I'm going to be in Manchester.
I don't really got plans, to be honest. I don't make plans.
Okay, you just...
My next plan is to go to Akihabara now, and that's all I plan.
Nice. Are you going to go to Akihabara weekend?
I think so, yeah, we are. That's where we're heading right now.
Okay, so last question, since we're approaching the end of the year, would you evaluate this year how it was for you, and also tell me whether you have any New Year's resolutions or anything like that?
New Year resolutions, I think I'm done with those because I never stick to them.
Exactly. No plans, no resolutions. But I like 2023. It was a nice year. There's some good music this year, so yeah. I like it.
I've had a really crap year. I'm looking forward to 2020.
What happened?
I think, just so much, too many things to mention. But I think being here has just put a lot of things into perspective. So for me personally, I just want to look after my health, and I think there's no better place than Japan to come and experience that. So yeah, stay tuned. So we want to just try and live in the moment and just see,
You should go to some Japanese bathhouses or onsen
Yeah,
and hot springs.
we're planning to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need to.
So lots of wholesome experiences. I think that's what we came here for. And I think just being in this vibe and people, it adds to that atmosphere. I think more than anything. We'll get there.
はじめまして。
はじめまして
すみません、早速日本語で
大丈夫です
ということで、ちょっと自己紹介をしていただいてもよろしいですか。
名前は
はい
アベルで、今20歳でワーキングホリデーで日本で来て、今スペインレストランと鉄板焼きとガイドの仕事をしてます。
すごいですね。
ところでスペイン人。
スペイン人ですか。すごいですね。もともとなぜ日本に来ようと思ったんですか。
なんで日本に行こうと思ったかというと、15歳中学の時、みんなアニメ見てて、僕アニメ好きじゃなかったけど、日本語のことが気になって勉強し始めました。
すごいですね。それって独学で勉強したんですか。あるいは学校に通って日本語を身につけたんですか。
じゃあ最初は自分で勉強して、ですぐやめました。日本語の勉強。
そうですか。
で、2020年のコロナの時 また勉強して、で先生とスカイプで1対1のレッスンを受け始めました。
素晴らしいですね。で今は日本に来て、日本に引っ越ししてきて何ヶ月ですか
？6ヶ月ぐらいです。
もう半年ぐらいが経っていて、で今までの、この半年での日本での体験ってどうでしたか？
すごく楽しいですけれども、少し寂しいです。
そうですか。
そうです。
なぜ寂しいですか？
もう大体仕事をして、
はい。
今浅草に住んでるから、浅草寺の近くとか散歩してるんですけども、それ以外の旅行とか全然していません。ここで仕事をして友達を作るのはちょっと難しいと思います。
もしそうですね、日本で国内旅をしようと思った時に、私のおすすめは鹿児島、九州の鹿児島にぜひ行ってほしいと思います。鹿児島に行った時に覚えてください。イルカゲストハウス。イルカって動物のドルフィンなんだけれども、イルカゲストハウスっていうゲストハウスがあるんですけれども、そうあそこに泊まってすごいつながりが増えると思いますので、はい、ぜひ鹿児島に行ってみてください。ありがとうございます。頑張ってください。ありがとうございます。Muchas gracias.
¿Tú eres español, no?
Sí, él también habla español, estamos hablando español.
¿Puedes hablar español?
Sí.
Amigo.
De hecho, hubiera podido hablar español, pero como hablas japonés perfecto, ya decimos en japonés. Enchanté, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Je suis Tess, and Tess, and could you introduce yourselves?
Je m'appelle Arthur. Du coup, I'm French and with Madeleine.
I'm Madeline, and we travel in Japan for 3 months.
For 3 months?
Are you half French and half Japanese?
Sorry?
Are you half French, half Japanese?
No.
No?
Full French.
So where in France are you from? Which part?
From Paris.
Paris.
Yeah.
Okay. And why did you pick Japan as your travel destination? Pourquoi au Japon?
Because for us it was a dream to come, and we work a lot to make it reality, à réaliser le rêve.
Qu'est-ce que vous espériez en arrivant et qu'est-ce que vous avez découvert?
On espérait découvrir tout ce qui est nourriture, temple, comment les gens sont aussi, la culture. Et c'est encore mieux que ce qu'on imaginait, c'est tellement riche. Et il y a plein de d'un quartier à l'autre, il y a tellement une ambiance différente.
Ça n'a rien à voir, ouais, c'est plein de villes en une ville en fait. Et même après, chaque partie du Japon a vraiment ses spécificités, parce qu'on a pu bouger aussi un peu partout. Et c'est assez impressionnant comment d'une ville à l'autre, les mœurs peuvent changer, les gens sont vraiment différents. Et ça n'a rien à voir, c'est impressionnant.
Oui, it changes from city to city, the people, everything, also the food.
Yeah.
aussi.
Fried oyster.
Oh, you tried fried oyster?
Yeah.
Hiroshima.
Hiroshima, oh yeah, Miyajima.
And Miyajima we did too.
Yes.
One of our favorite places.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Miyajima,
wonderful.
we passed 2 days there, and it was wonderful.
Wonderful. So what other things did you do on your Japan trip? Where did you go to?
Où est-ce qu'on a été en gros, tout ce qu'on a fait?
Osaka, Kyoto, Miyajima, Hiroshima.
Nara.
Ouais,
Nara.
L'âge typique.
C'est ça.
Oui,
On l'a fait. Gokayama. On a fait Gokayama en fait. Nagano, on a fait. Et on a fait Akuba.
Ah, je connais pas.
C'est dans les montagnes.
Ah, et Gifu, vous avez vu la Gifu? Le mont Gifu.
Ah oui,
le mont
oui.
Fuji.
Fuji, okay.
On l'a fait aussi, ouais.
But not climbing because now
No.
there's too much snow, right?
Yeah.
Did you go to the onsen, hot springs? La terre.
On a fait ici uniquement.
On a fait des onsen où on pouvait avec les tatouages en fait.
Oh, okay. But some places they allow also with tattoos, so it depends. So what other stuff about Japanese culture, la culture japonaise, that surprised you, both positive or negative?
Positive, je dirais c'est les gens ils sont gentils, ils font attention aux autres. Et le négatif c'est la barrière de la langue.
C'est là?
La barrière de la langue.
Oh, the language, yeah.
Ouais. Et parfois aussi, quand on demande son avis ou quelque chose à un japonais, il dira jamais non. Et il va toujours nous donner une indication ou quelque chose, même si c'est pas exactement ou...
Du coup, des fois, on peut aller dans une mauvaise direction.
Ouais, ça nous est arrivé plusieurs fois où on se retrouve dans un endroit et en fait c'était pas du tout ça.
Et vous avez demandé à 3 personnes différentes.
Ouais.
C'est ce que je fais, demander à 3 personnes et si les 3 vous disent c'est par là,
C'est que c'est par là. Ouais. Bah, c'est ce qu'on fait maintenant du coup.
Ouais.
Ou en général les petits vieux.
Ouais.
Ouais, les personnes plus âgées, c'est une valeur sûre.
Ah, moi c'est l'inverse, je demande tout le temps qu'aux jeunes. Moi.
Ah ouais,
Je demande plus ils sont jeunes, mieux c'est parce qu'ils ont le téléphone et tout.
Ouais, mais en général, plus ils sont âgés, plus ils parlent anglais, j'ai remarqué aussi. Ouais.
Oh, you think so? So the older they are, the more they speak English?
Même quand on comprend pas, ils nous parlent en japonais. Hein. Ils continuent tout le temps.
Keep on talking. Oh, yeah.
Keep talking.
Continuez.
Always in Japanese.
So what are you doing in Ginza today?
Je voulais voir le marché aux poissons. Mais du coup, c'est...
Tsukiji, mercato de pêche.
On rejoindra tôt.
Parce qu'il est fermé. Enfin, la plupart des stores sont fermés. Donc,
Et qu'est-ce que vous allez acheter pour vos parents?
Bah là, comme c'est pour Noël, j'ai la valise, elle est pleine à craquer. J'ai trop de choses.
Là, on a 5 valises pour revenir.
J'en étais sûr.
J'ai une liste de notes de tous les cadeaux, tellement il y en a.
Oh, that you want to buy in Japan, tous les cadeaux.
J'en ai trop.
On a déjà...
Can I see the list you have it here?
C'est tout ce qu'on a déjà acheté en fait.
Mais quoi par exemple?
You've
already bought everything.
Not everything.
Acheté en fait, ok.
It just left.
Alors du coup, pour ma sœur, j'ai acheté des skincare, j'ai pris des chaussettes, des colliers de perles. Pour ma mère aussi, j'ai pris plein de choses. Comme on est passé à Nara, j'ai des porte-monnaies en serre, des fleurs
So wait, that's all for your maman? The whole of it for your mom?
Là, c'est ma sœur.
Wow, everyone is getting so many cadeaux. Beaucoup de cadeaux pour tout le monde. Okay.
Two baggage.
Et pour mon père, le meilleur cadeau, c'est que j'ai réussi à trouver une figurine Goldorak.
De dorayaki?
Grandisor.
It's
Goldorak.
Exactement. On a passé 2 jours à la chercher.
Elle est quelle taille? Elle est grande?
Non, même pas, elle est grande comme ça. Mais c'est une galère.
And so you both acheté tout, everything that's
tout ce qu'on peut.
Okay, tout compris. And so what to do in Ginza today?
456, enfin il y a une exposition, on va voir.
Et on a été manger dans un restaurant point de vue.
And what's the Japanese food qu'est-ce qui vous a surpris le plus dans les plats?
Il y a beaucoup de fritures. Je pensais pas qu'il y avait autant de fritures.
Là, les sushis c'est de l'huile de toute façon, c'est beaucoup d'huile.
Ouais.
Il n'y a pas un plat qui est complètement démesuré qui vous a...
Les huîtres elles sont énormes.
Oyster.
Oyster.
I have one last question. Since it's almost the end of this year, how was this year for you? Can you evaluate une évaluation de l'année
passée?
De l'année passée, yes.
Si tu devais évaluer ton année qui vient de passer.
C'est une de mes meilleures années forcément.
Pour moi aussi. Beaucoup de travail pour arriver ici. En fait, du coup, on réalise notre rêve. Après, c'est satisfaisant de voir qu'on a réussi aussi par nous-mêmes. Qu'en se donnant les moyens, en fait, au final, on arrive à peu près à tout ce qu'on veut faire.
And any New Year's resolutions?
Revenir.
Travailler.
A lot of work to come back here.
To come back again, to travailler and then voyager.
And to see other countries or come back to Japan.
Okay, merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
And well, Merry Christmas to your family with all the presents together.
You too.
Okay. Merci. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. By the way, what's your name?
I'm Tess. What's your name?
Eti and Reza.
And Reza. Can you see us? Yes. So where are you from?
Indonesia.
Indonesia. Where in Indonesia?
Jakarta.
Jakarta. Okay.
Have you been there?
Not yet. Well, many years ago, when I was a kid, 2-year-old, I went to Indonesia.
You should go there.
Yeah.
We're going to Ginza 6.
Ginza 6, okay, with the luggage.
Yeah.
And when did you arrive in Japan? When did you get here?
I think 6 days ago.
Okay. And why did you? Is it your first time in Japan? No.
7.
7?
Yeah.
7 times. Why? Do you speak some Japanese?
No.
So your 7th time in Japan?
Yeah.
For you as well?
Yeah.
No way. Wait, are you friends or sisters?
Friends. or is there something else? Friends? Okay.
Yeah, they help us and the scenery.
Yes.
Yeah, because I also have four seasons. In
Yes.
Indonesia, only 2 seasons.
Only 2 seasons,
Yeah.
okay.
So that's why we always go to Japan.
That's nice. And what things surprised you about Japan in these many times that you spent here?
All people is so individualist. I don't know why. Because when maybe in June I come here,
Yes.
and at that time it's so rainy. When I across the street, there is a father using bicycle.
Yeah.
Bring her 2 children, and then fell. When I want to help him,
Yes.
They don't want. Just let me be.
Yeah.
Then it shocked me.
Right.
Yeah, because it's so different in my country. When somebody like fell or somebody got an accident, we must go
And help.
Oh yeah.
So you-
I mean like more individualist.
More individual.
Yeah.
But will you be coming back again 8th time, 9th time? More?
Of course.
Yes. So okay, that's great. I hope you enjoy your journey
so much.
and also Ginza 6 next with your luggage. Okay, ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. You too. Bye bye.
And where are you from originally?
I'm from France.
France? Where?
Oh, sorry.
Where in France are you from?
I'm from Lyon.
First of all, could you give me some highlights about France and about Lyon?
I would say that it's very nice to live in because obviously it's quite small if compared to Tokyo. So like you can do everything by walking. I had some bad experience in Lyon, so that's why I was like, oh my god, I need to go out, I need to move, I need to live.
Yes.
But I still love Lyon, and I definitely want to go back to my hometown and like, yeah, I still love it.
What kind of, if I may ask you, in which way bad experiences with the city or the people?
Yeah, I've been a little traumatized because it's not that safe now. Like, I mean, it's a thing everywhere in France, I guess, and maybe even like in Europe.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm a little bored with it now. So I was like, oh my god, I need to go in a place where I feel safe, where I can go out and just like do whatever I want and dress however I want. So,
Yes.
yeah.
So what are other reasons that brought you to want to come to Japan?
Okay, I've always been interested in Japan because I don't know, like the culture is so different. I like the people, the way they act, the way they are in their own universe, kinda. I like that because I hate when people are like too much into your life. I like everyone doing his own stuff. So for me, Japan was perfect, and Japanese people really fit me.
いいですね。日本語は勉強中ですか？
いや、勉強してます。
あ、すごいですね。じゃあちょっと日本語で聞いてもいいかな？ゆっくり。日本に来てびっくりしたこと。驚いたこと。日本びっくりしたことはありますか？食べ物とか人々とか。
It's good. I love it.
Anything that
とても美味
surprised
しい
you?
です。
あ、美味しい。そうですか。
Anything that surprised me in Tokyo?
Yes, both in positive or negative.
Okay.
Or also both, in both ways.
Positive, I would say it's actually really cool. I love Tokyo for that.
Which
but,
part of Tokyo do you like?
Okay, I live close to Nakano and I love Nakano a lot.
Nice. So you must have been to Koenji.
Yeah, I love
I
Koenji
used
a
to
lot.
live in Koenji.
Oh really? I love it. It's
Yes.
like one of my
Have you
favorite.
been to Koenji? It's really cool. Like
It's one of my favorite places. There's a lot of shop and like
bit
good restaurants
trendy
and stuff.
neighborhood.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
really
yeah,
nice.
yeah. And the people are nice there.
Yeah.
Also, I like Roppongi. I like Shinjuku a lot. Shibuya is fun. It's fun, but it gets boring at some point. But
Anything that has surprised you about like Japanese culture also in negative?
yeah, like a negative.
as well?
Let me think. I would say that maybe. Oh yeah, the transportation is too expensive.
Really?
It's way too expensive. In France, it's like basically like less than 2,000 yen for a month. Okay, for a month. For whole transportation, like everything is free. Here, I pay that for a day.
A day,
so,
that's true.
Yeah, not that good, but
それはちょっと高いですね。
高いです。
高い. Can you tell me if it was a good year for you, or like how do you evaluate this year?
I would say it's a good year because I traveled a lot, like a lot, even before Japan. Obviously, it's a new start for me. It's like a new chapter in my life. So yeah, it's a good year so far, and I did like amazing things, and I'm just like proud of what I did.
Do you have any follow-up questions en français so that we can? No, hear
Okay.
any French? No.
Merci.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
ありがとうございます。What part of Switzerland are you
From the German-speaking part, from Zurich.
German-speaking part. Okay, I have a brother in the French-speaking part in Lausanne.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
That's beautiful.
So could you start by telling me, are you traveling or living in Japan?
I'm traveling for 2 weeks, and this is my last week.
Can you give me some highlights on Switzerland first?
Sure. Well, compared to Japan, it's very tiny. I think the nature is really nice, and like the public transportation system, so you can get anywhere outside of the city, also inside the city with the train, with the trams, which I appreciate a lot.
And why did you pick Japan as your travel destination?
Actually, my boyfriend has a conference here, so I thought I would join him because it's a great opportunity.
Yes. Where's your boyfriend gone?
He's somewhere at the university.
Okay, so he's busy with the conference.
Yes.
Okay, and so were you doing some shopping in Ginza or just looking around?
Looking around, so we have 5 days in Tokyo, and I have some friends who have visited before, and I am choosing all the spots. I was in Shibuya this morning, which I liked a lot. And Ginza,
Very
because,
busy.
Yes, I thought Ginza I have to do it, and also I have some stationery shops I want to visit.
Oh yeah, really big ones.
It's also here.
Just in Japan. What is it?
It's just across the door. It's like very traditional.
This is food?
Stationery?
Is it paper?
No,
paper?
it's like paper, and it's wrapped really nicely as well.
Oh yeah.
It's like origami paper or like cards and everything. So.
You know what they say? You made 1,000 origami, and you can say one thing. You can ask one thing to the god. No?
1,000 origami.
Yeah, you know
that's a lot.
the cranes that maybe if you go to Hiroshima, it's like all of them, they're also a symbol of peace.
So I have to do 1,000?
1,000. Yeah,
Okay, I will start
think the
tonight.
paper might not be enough.
I think it's 1 million actually.
Oh my god.
Yeah, come on, you're
No.
exaggerating, pushing it.
But I'm going to a second stationery shop, so I'll buy more origami paper so I can make.
So you can spend
have to buy
day,
more.
I'll start with 1,000, and then I'll see if I can
spend
get
the day and night to make
Yes.
the origami.
I have a very long flight back, so
Oh
maybe.
gosh, do you have to do a stopover somewhere?
No, it's a direct flight.
Okay.
I think it's 14 hours.
Oh gosh, yeah, that is a
So
long flight.
1,000 origami will be made on the flight.
So, what were your expectations about Japan, and how was what you saw compared to those expectations?
I was expecting it to be very clean, and it is very clean. I was expecting it to be very polite, which it is also. Lots of food, which yes, but I'm a bit overwhelmed by all the food.
Too many options?
And I guess because you never really know, is it salty, is it sweet, and you're like, okay, I guess I'll try. So the food is very good, but it's hard to pick and understand what you're eating. Yes.
Do you eat everything, or
kind of? I don't like meat so much. I'm open to whatever comes, but sometimes you just eat something and you're like, I think this was meat, maybe not. Who knows?
Okay, and anything else that I don't know surprised you about Japan, both in positive or negative terms?
I think it's really nice how there's like the big city, but also always like gardens or nature spots around that you could visit and like relax a bit. And I wasn't expecting that, and I really enjoyed that.
And lastly, so you spend all the time in Tokyo? Mostly, no.
We actually went to Kyoto first. We spent a couple of days there. Did a one-day trip to Osaka, which was crazy. And then
in which way was it crazy?
Well, I mean, we were only in this one part, like a super busy street with lots of shops and like music everywhere and like crazy things everywhere, but fun, but also a bit crazy. And then we did one day in Kanazawa, which is in the north, in a ryokan, which was really nice to kind of see a very different.
Did you go to the hot springs as well?
Yes.
In the ryokan, yeah. How was that?
Really nice. Also nice after because we walk around so much, and I was like, oh. So it was nice to relax. And yeah, now the last days of Tokyo.
Did you feel comfortable with another Japanese girl naked with you?
Sorry?
You feel comfortable naked with other people?
Well, in Switzerland, I mean, we don't have a lot of sauna in Switzerland, but a bit. So
I'm used to it a bit, I guess.
Yeah.
To having other naked people around, so it's okay.
And what can you say in Japanese?
Arigato and konnichiwa and yeah. Sumimasen.
Sumimasen, very important. You're using the sumimasen. It's his second day in Japan, actually.
I thought I would use it all the time, but I've never used. This is the first time I've used sumimasen.
But you know the sumimasen, you can actually use it to say thank you as well. When someone does something for you and you're like, you know, because you feel sorry that they tried so hard for you, so you're like, sumimasen. Like, could you please evaluate how was this 1 year for you?
Long, crazy, but I think Japan was a perfect end. I mean, it's not done yet, but almost. So, good way to end the year.
I know you have a boyfriend, but what do you think about Japanese boys?
They all look so young because they have no beards. So they're a bit too young.
You need beard.
Yes, I think I need beard.
It's like the beard thing in Japan is seen as not
clean.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So in Japan, there's actually a lot of also men's salons for
to shave.
Yeah, to what is it, like the laser? To do like actual laser. Also only men's salons and also women, but like only men was really popular as well.
I guess no Japanese boyfriend. The bad boy.
ありがとうございます。はい、皆さんここまでご覧になっていただきどうもありがとうございました。次回もお会いしましょう。またね。ありがとう。